Here we go. We got everything all set up here. Check the house out. We got all the electronics, everything you could ever need. And we're dropping the camera down. And this is what we see down there. This is a really dirty water lake, so it's kind of tough to see. See that just staring right in the camera. You can see it's like a underwater fish crib in about 11-12 feet of water on this lake. And that pike is staring right at us. It actually sits there and stares at the camera for quite a while. Trying to figure it out. I actually thought it was going to eat the camera at some point. There's something I didn't notice was the smallmouth bass that flashes behind us. So it was down there the whole time. Definitely this pike's fish crib did want to move around. The underwater camera definitely gave you a good view of what you're seeing on the live scope. You could see how big the fish was on the live scope. And what we were seeing on the live scope, you can see on the right that pike swimming around. Well, it definitely wasn't the best of fishing. We set up on this fish crib, and there's this pike here. There's actually a few that came through, and apparently that smallmouth was down there the whole time after going back through the video. But made it entertaining for a little bit. We tried something a little different, and it definitely failed. But it's cool to check on the live scope and see how it's working, and check back on it, the underwater camera, to check on the fish and just how lethargic they were. And check this out. This is just, I end up finding that smallmouth just cruising around. It's funny how much they don't like the camera pointed at them. Once they see it, all of a sudden they start changing really fast. Pike did the same thing, stared at it a lot, but once they see it, they start to get very accustomed and try to move around a little bit, get a little more agitated. You can see the smallmouth right there, just barely in the background. Like I said, it's really dirty water. This is a color camera. I knew about this little fish crib, and I wanted to give it a try. Just wasn't happening for crappies as we thought it would be. Just all predators today. Did end up missing a fish on our dead stick, as you saw before. We missed that one. It was just barely biting. It actually didn't even move the rattle reel. And check how negative they were. Look at this pike. We turned the camera and you could just see it staring at my jig until it finally became disinterested. But it sat there for a really long time eyeballing it. We didn't grab any shiners. If we would have had shiners, maybe it would have bit. So that's the way it goes. But cool with all the technology now. And that's that. Super Bowl Sunday. No fish, missed one. Kind of just made a call fishing that shallow little bit of crib. Bad choice. Get them next time.